what do you miss about Rwanda?
Number one thing is my friend.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely my friends.
So, dear friend, thank you. I'm going to introduce my friend, friend that I met from Africa, and back when I go to Tokyo, I also met her again, and I met her family. So it's a pleasure that I get introduced to her family, and I had a good time in Osaka. Although we are having like a long distance, we do chat often. I'm happy like to introduce you to her. I think she's going to tell a little bit about herself and her connection with Africa.
All right, thank you so much. Hello everyone who watched this video and the follower of YouTube channel of him. My name is Mutsumi and senior university student at Kobe City University of Foreign Studies, majoring in international relations and connection to Africa. Yeah, I once visited Madagascar to learn French. I stayed there for about 1 month. And after that, I stayed in Rwanda to study peace and conflict. That was for almost 1 year. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Okay, it's pleasure. And so some people might be wondering like why I brought you to here. I was interested and still amazed by your experience, like and the passion you have toward Africa and your experience that you had in Africa. I basically also was surprised that you were self-sponsored student because at my home university where I met you, you usually like receive students from Japan who are sponsored by university that I'm doing exchange for now in Japan. So I was surprised that way. And I was wondering like, did you have someone in Rwanda who connected to my university before?
Actually, basically we don't have. Just because our university doesn't have any like classes or any department to learn about Africa or maybe peace studies in particular. My particular interest was to learn peace and conflict or development studies. So I Googled and I found out like the Dr. Kazuyuki Sasaki's website, and I contacted him via email. That's how I started.
Wow, that's very nice. Okay, you mean you contacted him via website and like through the email you found on a website? That means you never knew him before.
Actually, yeah.
Okay. Weren't you afraid? Because I know in Japanese context, sometimes when people are contacting a new person that they don't know, sometimes they feel like not comfortable often.
That's when I was in the second year at university. So like when I found out the website, I just also wondered like, whether I should send him an email or not. Between that, thought, but yeah, but like, if I don't take one action, one step, then nothing starts. So I take all my courage and ask him, like, please give me some information. I'm really interested in, like studying in Rwanda about peace and conflict. So yeah.
So how long did it take you like to get a reply? Did it delay or did you like lose some hope that you will not get a reply? Or how did you end after receiving the reply? How did you feel?
To get a reply from him, that was quite quick. I don't remember how many minutes or how many hours went, but that was really quick. But one thing was, at that time, the email written on that website was the formal one. So once, like the email saying like you are saying this email to wrong person, or I don't know, came, then I sent same thing to the new address and then email address, and then he really soon gave me back the information.
This is so unique for you, like to contact someone at the first time and then you go to another country. Like, how was your preparation? Like during the after deciding that you want to go to Rwanda, so how did you prepare yourself? Like what was your expectation, your curiosity? What were you thinking in mind going to another continent? Like were you feeling? And for 1 year, how did you describe that feelings?
But at least I can say I was so much excited, but I can do what I really wanted to study. So I was really, really excited, interested, and really passionate, about that. I actually have less fear.
Oh, that's very nice. Because like for me, I don't know, when I was coming to Japan, I just always having the feeling because it was during COVID. is it possible that I will reach there? That was my mind. I was just thinking like, so will I reach there safely? Like, oh my God, will I go? Will I go? Will I go? That was my mind. So for you, you were excited. That's different and very, very wonderful to you. I envy you.
Yeah, definitely. Like at the time, yeah, there was no COVID, of course. But yeah, around like August, like July or June, that time, I mean 2019, before going, there was Ebola outbreak in DLC. I got information. So like I was like really, also afraid of that kind of things, like same as you guys, like I might not going to that there. I might lose some opportunity. Yeah. Hopefully I didn't, but
わかりました。What happened when you reached Rwanda? How did you find Rwanda? What surprised you? Did you find Rwanda as you expected?
Yeah. I found at first Rwanda was quite nice and comfortable place to live. Of course, like temperature stuff, and also like how people are, and also the PIASS community. It's really warm community, friendly community. Yeah. The difference, so like the difference from what I expected was like I was thinking that like culture or everything was totally 100% is really different from that of Japan.
Exactly.
At first, at first I thought, but like how the culture, I mean how the community is constructed in Africa, I should say in Rwanda and in Japan, or maybe like cultural kind of thing. Like there something we have, many in common. So yeah, we share common social structure. So that was really surprising thing for me.
It's not easy for some people to understand, to see that similarities. Like to me, I failed to understand when I went to Japan, that's similarities at the first time. First, like here people they live by themselves, or I mean like individuals. So that things have made me think, okay, respect, values, norms, okay, same. But when we come to interaction, okay, it's become hard. But the things which made it hard is because in Japan, people don't interact with you at the first time when they don't know you. But after knowing them, it's when I realized those similarities, because I can interact them openly without like a prejudice or without like the avoidance of some discussion. Now I can see that similarities. How did you adapt? Because you arrived in Rwanda, unfortunately, after a few months. Everything like because of COVID, just after a few months you arrived, things changed because like how you interact with people changed because COVID. Like how was your life during COVID in Rwanda?
Yeah, that was like 6 months past, almost 6 months past after I arrived in Rwanda and experienced lockdown, COVID-19, anything. And after that, I really realized that like the importance of communication face to face. And I also like, during the lockdown, I was like thinking like am I going back to Japan without seeing my friends? Like, that's one thing. So I was feeling kind of really sad. So I decided to have more and more communication. I realized such, important things. So so by the like WhatsApp, by Messenger, and also like those who lived in Korea, after lockdown or like where it is allowed, I like frequently visited them, doing some sports sometimes, joining the event of the hostel and dormitory of the PIASS where I studied. Like after like COVID-19 came to Rwanda, I started to utilize as much as opportunity I can have to, have the best or better, time.
Oh, that's very wonderful. Oh my God. It's felt like I don't know, I was like, thinking like maybe you felt sad, like kind of, but for you, everything, despite it was COVID, it was okay. What did you like about Rwanda? What do you love about Rwanda? Or what do you miss about Rwanda?
Number one thing is my friend. Yeah, definitely my friends. So that's why I several times check my WhatsApp, though I'm not that much using it, but I several times checking it, whether my friend is doing okay. And sometimes reply to the message I mean status. Yeah, status to my friends, like, oh, that's great. great or something like that, just little comments like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, I really miss them. That's number one thing. And second would be like like the atmosphere they had. Yeah, like we had in Rwanda, like everything going like kind of slowly comparing to Japan. Like you know, especially I'm living in Osaka. We have like culture of being kind of like irritated with something going slowly. That's our culture in Osaka. So yeah, but also several times or many times missed the like this kind of atmosphere that Rwandan people or like those in Rwanda has. Yeah, like though I'm still in Rwanda, I was like moving really fast, I think, speaking really fast, I think, but still I really miss that. And also food too. That's the third thing.
Food.
Yeah.
You mean food? Which food? Tell me, which food do you like? Do you miss more?
It's really difficult to choose, but
Samosa.
it's really difficult. Definitely, yeah. Samosa, potato samosa.
I remember your picture, like samosa, like.
Yeah, like that was Nyanza, Kigali Nyanza. Yeah, when I found out like the big samosa, that was like 500 Rwanda franc, I think. Yeah, for one. I'm close from Yamata Church. I really miss the moment, like every like in the morning going for like little kiosk.
What about
and
like
get some
what about yogurt or kibuguto? Do you have it in Japan?
Yeah, we do.
But I haven't found one. I want to try and feel the taste, how it's different.
Yeah, that's everywhere. Like if you go to convenience store or if you go to supermarket, you can get it.
The problem is like everything is in Nihongo. I can't differentiate. This is yogurt. This is milk. Like I don't know.
Okay. So when I reach to Tokyo, I'm gonna teach you which one is this.
Arigato.
Okay. Pretty sure that those kind of dairy things like milk or like maybe cheese or like yogurt. I'm pretty sure like the Rwanda one is really best.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know why,
but wow.
But Japanese is also really fine. Yeah, really, really great though. Yeah.
But still Rwanda, I heard it's very nice. Like how about like a condition of living? How about the cost of living comparing to Japan?
Okay, let me compare with Kobe or Osaka when I'm studying and then living right now. Yeah, I can say that like the living expenses was much more cheaper. House expenses, like food, but like shampoo kind, like everything like coming from outside of Rwanda or outside of African continent was really even more expensive out of that we can get in Japan. But yeah, like food, like vegetable, for example, was
actually like the local things like food, vegetables, fruit. I think if you like fruit, Africa is the best way to. It's the best place like to experience any kind of fruit, like avocado. No avocado.
Yeah, avocado. Like that was like paradise for me. Like since avocado is really really expensive here, like we basically have avocado coming from Mexico, maybe. Yeah, Mexico. And just basically we pay like in Osaka we pay 150 yen. That's around like $15, 1,500 Rwanda franc.
Yeah.
But see in Rwanda we basically can get like 100 Rwanda franc or 50 sometimes. So yeah, right.
Like, the money you buy one avocado in Nihon can buy 10 avocado in Rwanda.
Yes. And yeah, in mango, it's really expensive fruit in Japan. Really expensive one. So
mango.
That was mango, yeah.
Maji, I didn't know.
Really expensive. Yeah, like we basically get from south part of Japan as a luxury fruit. So we sometimes give mango to like relatives or like some other like friends sometimes for the gift. Yeah, such expensive thing.
I'm going to export a mango from Africa to Japan.
Yeah, you can start a business. Yeah, you can start a business. Yeah,
but very difficult to start a business in Japan, I guess. You will require laws, like some kind of regulation and the high amount of money. I don't know, maybe, but if like you've successfully made it, It's fairly quite good because there is market. People consume here, my dear.
Yeah, I think so.
People consume like stuff like avocado, mango. Just like if you put on a fair price, it's the good price to sell.
Yeah.
You are giving me an idea of future business. Okay. I found Japan not easier like when you don't have legal document, or sometimes legal document, they are structured in the way that it take time. So how is it for you, like as a foreigner in Rwanda, to get legal document like a visa, residence, everything? How is it like for you?
Not easy, but not that much difficult. Like, to get a, let's say, student visa in Rwanda. Like for me, first I entered Rwanda by getting the sightseeing visa for 3 months. Then after I changed to student visa. So like I really needed to get a document from PIASS. I needed to get a document from police. Of Japan, of the prefecture. You have like certificate. For me, that was Osaka, and I think I needed several other documents, which is official, maybe from my university. I don't know, but yeah, like that. So it took time. But I think
I'm surprised because I thought that you applied directly the student visa, and you first applied for sightseeing. What was like the primary reason that made you to choose sightseeing visa when you know that you are going to study?
This is what I remember. I don't know whether it is correct or not, but I thought it was not possible for me to apply for a student visa from Japan. Yeah,
but like people should know, like especially people from some countries, including Japan, coming to Rwanda, you can apply visa direct. You can come to Rwanda without visa, then you apply visa at the airport. I think this is very easy. As long as you have the admission letter from the university you are going to study to, even though maybe you are going like for as tourist, it's possible to travel without visa in Japan, and then you apply directly at the airport, and the visa is fair. I don't know, it's not expensive. I think it's the same like the amount of visa from Japan, because it's $30, I guess, maximum.
Yeah, we could even do like apply for visa. For sightseeing at the airport, at the immigration office at the airport, Kigali International Airport. We could do that, but like the reason I did it beforehand was just I wouldn't want it to secure my travel, feel that I at least have visa so I can enter.
I see. So when you arrived to Rwanda, did you have chances to travel to other countries during your time in Rwanda?
In Africa, that was Zanzibar.
Zanzibar,
nice
in Tanzania.
Yeah, Tanzania. Yeah, like that was right before COVID-19 came to Africa. Yeah, so Rwanda is a landlocked country, so I several times missed seafood. So I really enjoyed seafood.
Yeah,
that's one thing. But yeah, another thing was I really wanted to visit like the slavery museum. I don't remember exact name for that, but like the museum about like slavery when there was colonization by European
in South Africa.
Not South Africa. In Tanzania, Zanzibar. Like since there's a port, so yeah, right? Yeah, I really wanted to visit there. So
how was the trip? Was it enjoyable?
Really enjoyable. That was 3 days, I think. So yeah, though it was in same Africa, and I also experienced Africa, that island, Madagascar, but that was quite different. Like air or like how people is. And yeah, like maybe culture, food, everything was really different. Yeah, in Zanzibar, actually there are a lot of Japanese. There are at least 2 or 3 Japanese restaurants run by I think Japanese owner.
Wow, what food did you taste there? Like, was it originally Japanese?
I think so. Sushi, yeah. So
sushi.
Not California roll, like literally. Right? Like that's sushi. The sliced fish is, on the let's say rice. So vinegar rice. Yeah, the almost original. Yeah.
わかりました。So for Japanese, like who would like maybe to go to Rwanda, could you recommend them like to prepare before going to Rwanda? Because maybe when you arrive to Rwanda, you thought like, I forgot this, I should have gone with these things. Maybe particularly to girls. What did you find like you forget you do have gone with?
I can say, or like I strongly recommend that if you have weak eyesight like me, you have to prepare like contact lenses enough, or like maybe it's better to have 2 glasses since I broke it in Rwanda. Yeah, actually, okay, let me show you. This is the glasses I got from Kigali, the capital city of Rwanda, since I broke. And and like for 10 days at least, like I spent a day without glasses, so without seeing things clearly.
Oh my gosh.
And also the price to make glasses was much more expensive than Japan. Much more.
Because you don't have insurance. That's what's difficult. If in Rwanda you don't have insurance, things get higher.
Yeah. So that's why. So maybe if you have weak eyesight, definitely have 2 glasses.
What about like for girls, makeup or hair dryer, like stuff relating like
hair dryer? I brought that from Japan to Rwanda, and that was really great. Really great. Like that really depends on the quality of hair you have. But for my hair, which is kind of thick, I really needed to use hair dryer every night after taking shower, since my hair is really kind of easy to be get bad. So it's really good, and hopefully it's also good to have oil for hair. Like the quality of hair of like Japanese people or maybe Asian people have, and then the African girls have.
It's different.
I mean, it's really different. So it's really good to have that. Apart from makeup, it's also good to have like some spray to just put one, pushing one time, and you will like kill all the mosquito in your room. I didn't bring that, so.
I see. Thank you very much. And it's very wonderful. Like when I come from Japan, when I leave Japan next month, I should buy some electronics, because I know some electronics will be some things like coming from outside. They will be expensive in Rwanda. So maybe I need to buy some electronics myself too. So I don't know if you have some general things you want to say to people. Like if there's like a general comment you want to say before we end up the meeting.
Okay, general comment. Oh my god, I have a lot of things to tell. Okay, to the viewers. Assuming that there are Japanese viewers or maybe my friend is watching this video. Because of the COVID-19, it's really difficult to go abroad right now. So but after finishing the COVID-19, after everything settled, I really highly recommend you to visit Rwanda at least once to know about, of course, like peace kind of things, and also like just to enjoy the sightseeing. Such a really nice place, and like the culture, so like everything of Rwanda is somehow different from the different countries. Africa also too. You might I'm pretty sure that you might like it. And also I hope you will like take a way to like where you want to go or what you want to do. That was for me was Rwanda, and that was for me peace studies. That was Googling for a long time to find out website of Dr. Kazuki Sasaki, like that.
Hi.
So so like you can search a lot. You can be aware of what you really want to do, your needs maybe. Then to go to Africa might be great, will be a really great option for you.
For people who want to go to Rwanda or Africa, they can contact me. They can make a comment on this YouTube channel. I highly request like their subscription to follow me, because I'll be talking about Japan, Africa, and many different experiences, especially talking with people. Now I'm talking with Japanese to hear about what they think about Africa. So they can possibly follow me on Instagram, which is the Henry Ndaize. Just like remove the middle name you are seeing in front of here. Then let's you attach it Henry Ndaize on Instagram and on Twitter. That means any Japanese who would like to go to Africa and who wants like maybe he wants someone he can pass through, I'm there for him or her. So I will help. I hope like I can see more Japanese coming to Africa, especially Rwanda, where I'm staying. I would be happy. Thank you very much. 本当にありがとうございます。
Thank you.